Hello friends, this is Sam McLure with the adoption law firm. It's almost New Year, and while most of us are ready to leave 2020 in the dust, I wanted to take a moment and recap some of the wonderful things that have happened this year in the families we've had the privilege of working with. The best part of my job is that I get a front row seat over and over again to some pretty radical turns of fortune in a child's life. I've been encouraged, and I want you to be encouraged too. God is at work. He is showing mercy. He is using His people to accomplish this. I've said many times that all adoption begins in tragedy, and that's true. It begins with birth parents who either cannot or will not protect and raise their child. Now, this is usually, quite frankly, the result of generations of repeated brokenness and despair. It's incredibly sad. The child is born into despair. In some cases, there's horrible, really unspeakable abuse that happens. And in the cases that I've seen, there has been an interruption. Someone intervenes. Sometimes it's the state, sometimes it's a relative, but a child is seen, action is taken, and a child is rescued. This year, I've seen the culmination of this rescue over and over and over through adoption, and it is wonderful. The whole course of a child's life is redirected. They are cherished and loved and protected, and a cycle of destruction has been broken. There is hope for one child. I've seen another kind of mercy this year. A mother has an unplanned pregnancy. She can't parent, but she is committed to protecting the life of her child and carefully handing over the responsibility to an adoptive family. This, my friends, this is courage. This is selflessness. This is real mothering. And I've watched this happen in 2020. This year, we've had the privilege of being part of 26 adoptions. 26 children who are loved and who have a permanent family. 26 children in whose lives the Lord God Almighty has interrupted and intervened to show mercy. He has seen these children. He has rescued them, and we get to watch. In this hard year that has brought so much uncertainty and turmoil, ironically, these 26 children have come into a place of permanence and peace. They are now safe. They are now loved. Their future is not certain chaos, but peace. I hope that you are reminded by these names and these faces that we have a God who sees, who knows, who intervenes, and who shows mercy. We have a God who moves mountains, who accomplishes the impossible every day, all day, for His people. Hayden was adopted. Sadie was adopted. Sincerely was adopted. Dennis was adopted. Jackson was adopted. 2020 was a good year for these children. It was a good year for their families. They have rejoiced, and we get to rejoice with them. We don't know what 2021 will bring. No one has a crystal ball. It may be a year that's just as hard as 2020 or harder. What we do know, what I know with certainty, is that our good and gracious and generous and careful God will be intervening with mercy in the lives of His children. He is a father of the fatherless and a protector of orphans and widows, and He will use His church to do this. There is hope, and there is reason to rejoice. I want to leave you with the words to a hymn by the Gettys, which, upon instruction from my wife, I will read and not sing. And it goes like this. Come, people of the risen King, who delight to bring Him praise. Come all and tune your hearts to sing to the morning star of grace. From the shifting shadows of the earth, we lift our eyes to Him, where steady arms of mercy reach to gather, children in. Come those whose joy is morning sun, and those weeping through the night. Come those who tell of battles won and those struggling in the fight. For his perfect love will never change, and his mercies never cease, but follow us through all our days with certain hope of peace. Rejoice, rejoice, let every tongue rejoice. One heart, one voice. O Church of Christ, rejoice.